Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are dealing with this part 5 today, the last part of this great topic, what makes resilient people. And today I want to start with this word, courage. Courage makes resilient people. And I want to emphasize that you may fall 7 times, but please rise and go forward. But that's only courageous people that are like that. And I want to urge you as a young man that you become courageous, you rise up and go forward. You might have fallen 7 times, but rise up. Now, people that are courageous are able to say, it's not the end of me. I can rise, I can walk, I can run, I can succeed again. These are the type of people. The type of people that are never discouraged. Type of people that will never take no for an answer. People that will say, I can make it, and I'll continue, and I'll make it. People that will say, I'll try again, I'll rise up and try again. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to think that is the end, and it will never be the end. So therefore, I'm rising up to become what I need to be in life. So these are the type of people. And I'm urging you as a young man to rise up to that particular thing of thinking that it's not the end. And that's courage. But you need courage to do that. Courage is an internal mechanism to make us rise up when we're falling. Courage is an internal mechanism that will push when we feel like giving up. Courage is an internal mechanism that will make us to lift our head in the morning when we feel like not waking up. Because courage is very important in the sense that it injects some energy in you to make you rise and know that you can become better. And I must emphasize this because I have seen people that are lacking courage, giving up early in their lives, even when they're supposed to be pushing to make sure that they do well. Now, you can do well as a young man. You can continue doing well. And you can become successful in your life, but you need courage as a young man. And I'm urging you to rise up with courage and make sure that you drive everything with courage. Now, it is possible that you can rise up and become a better person, but you need courage in your life. Even though you've fallen 7 times, I've said, you can still rise up and become better. Even though you've fallen 7 times, you can still rise up and walk and run and become successful. And many people that are not courageous, they've actually lost it in life, and they've come to a point where they feel like this life is not worth living anymore. There's no moment that you should actually come to a point where you feel like life is not worth living, because life is forever worth living. Continue making sure that you live this life to the uttermost possibility of your life, to make sure that you are at a level where you will actually run even though you feel weak. This decision of mind is a mindset. And I must really say that have a paradigm change of saying, I'm going to become a better person. I'm going to develop, and I'm going to have courage, and I'm going to run, even though I feel my knees are shaking. I feel my knees cannot carry me anymore, but I'm going to run, and I'm going to make sure that I reach to the level and to the destination. And I want to emphasize that there are people that are running, actual races of running. We are approaching now Comrades Marathon in Durban and Maritzburg, and we know that it's only those people that are not faint-hearted that will be running. And because if you are faint-hearted, you don't have courage, you're not going to make it. Now, those that have got courage, they do enroll and go and run. But I want to tell you now that it is a courage to go and run, but it needs courage to actually run and finish as well. Because courage will carry you when you feel like your body cannot carry you anymore. Courage becomes the energy that you need and the fuel that you need in your body for you to continue. Now, courage has got an element of giving passion. And I want to emphasize that because many people that are having courage are people that are passionate about things that they do. And I want to urge you as a young man to remember that it is actually time for you to actually garner your courage, bring it up, pull it out of you as well, and make sure that you have courage to face situations. Now, courage works actually even in scary situations, threatening situations, situations that instill or raise a fear from you, situations that makes you feel like giving up, situations that makes you feel like I cannot continue anymore. Now, at that particular time, you are actually going to rise up only when you've got courage. And I'm emphasizing this, that you need courage in your life to continue the road that looks like it is dim. There are times when you are walking and you're continuing your life and it looks like there's no hope. But courage has got an element of bringing hope in people's lives and for them to rise up and continue. Courage doesn't necessarily mean that it will happen only when things are smooth. Remember, courage is actually more effective when things are not smooth. When it's difficult, it is actually where you need courage even more. And I'm emphasizing this right now, that many of you as young men, you need courage actually to continue with the situation where you are. You might be at school, wherever you are. You might be at work. You might be studying for something that looks like difficult. You might be doubting yourself in some of the things that you want to do. You might be dreaming to become a businessman as a young man. You might be dreaming to break the ground in anything of your life. I don't know what it is, but you need courage to rise up. And that courage will be the fuel that you need in your life to make you continue even when it's difficult to do so. I know some of you young men want to write books, and books that will influence others, and you start having doubting minds in your life. I want to tell you now that you need courage to do that. And when you have courage to continue and do it, you'll see that courage will carry you through. Because when you have started already with because of you having courage, it is going to carry you through. After you have had courage to push, you'll find it seamless now to continue when you have actually used courage in the beginning to make you start what you wanted to start. Even if it's a business, say, I want to urge you right now that business can survive. You can actually do that business. It can be successful. So please don't give up. Make sure that you understand that courage will take you through. And it is that courage that you need right now. Now, the other thing that makes the resilient people is humor. And many times we forget that humor can become very important. Don't take life too serious, please. And sometimes people that take life too serious, they crucify themselves when things didn't go their way. But I'm saying this, that become a bit more casual sometimes and smile, laugh a lot, and please live your life actually with confidence, and therefore find yourself giving yourself time and opportunity to fail sometimes, because failure doesn't mean that you're useless. Failure doesn't mean that you cannot make it, but sometimes challenges come so that you can be able to succeed next time, learning from the very same failures that have gone through. Now, there are people that take life too serious to an extent that they want things to happen at a particular time, their own way, and at their own time as well, and at their own place where they are. But I want to urge you that life is not like that. Life is not going to happen the way you want it. You're not going to see things happening at the time that you want them to happen. That it's not going to happen because you want them to happen now. It's not going to happen because you want to see them happening now. And I want to urge you as a young man that please understand that life happens at its own time, and it happens in its own ways as well. There are things that you're not totally in control of. So therefore, when you take life too serious, you're going to have a problem, and because you're not going to have humor at all. Please laugh a lot. Make jokes, crack jokes. Make sure that you get things happening in your life because you laugh a lot, you're happy, and so on. Don't be miserable in your life. And make sure that you take humor as part of the ingredients that will actually help you to become resilient in your life. And you will never get out of life. Remember, life will come to challenge you at all times. It will not bend to your rules. It will not do things your way. And sometimes you need to not to become rigid, because people that don't have humor, they are too rigid in their ways, and they want to see things happening their way. And I want to urge you to understand as a young man that it is going to be very important for you to know that situations are not going to bow to your will. They're not going to happen according to you. They will happen in their own ways as well. So please remember that. Now, as we speak humor in resilient people are the people that are able to crack jokes along the way, and sometimes in difficult places they make joke out of difficult places. And what does that do? What it does, it actually gives you strength, inner strength, and it makes you to run and to rise and become better because you've got inner strength in you. I'm emphasizing this because many people don't see the power of resilience. They don't see the power of humor, and they take humor lightly, and humor, we think that it's just jokes and jokes all the way. But humor, sense of humor is very important in our lives. And I'm emphasizing that right now because it's very important for you to understand. Now, as a young man, I'm summing it up and say, please, make sure that in your life, if you want to be resilient, you have what we call growth mindset. Number 2, be able to be optimistic in everything in life. Number 3, you must have what we call internal locus of control in you. Feel in control at all times. Number 4, have a sense of meaning in everything that you do. So please, when you start to have no sense of meaning, you become depressed in your life, and that is why people kill themselves. Have a sense of meaning. Please also make sure that you have got what we call strong self-worth. Value yourself highly to an extent that it doesn't matter how people value you. It doesn't matter how people feel about you, but value yourself because you are the only right person to value yourself better. Remember also to have what we call self-compassion. Self-compassion, we're speaking about self-care. Look after yourself without feeling guilty about it. It's not selfish to do so. Remember also persevere and have grit all the time. Persevere situation, stand firm in situations, and challenge situations as well, and have that grit. But also make sure that you have community of support. People, mentors, leaders, support, people that are around you that will help you. Remember to have courage and have humor as well, as we have said, and that will help you to become a better person. I want to check out right here, but before I check out, I want to remind you of our Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum, and Micornus Phokane. So please like those pages. Make sure that you click notification buttons as well on those, because that's the only way you're going to be made aware of the videos that we posted, and that will help you as you go on. Now, I want you also to remember we have got our YouTube channel, and our YouTube channel is there for you, having lots and lots of materials that you can learn from, that you can become a better person from. And I want to urge you, please make sure that you make use of that YouTube channel and really learn out of the materials that were posted there. As a young man, you will become a better young man, and as I've said, I want to meet you up there. Please get better every day and learn from these topics. May the good Lord bless you, and allow me, your host, Micornus Phokane, to check out right here and say cheers for now.